Hello.
Hi.
Welcome
The
to
Lion's Den.
the Lion's Den. You know, we got,
Victoria.
we got,
Daisy.
we got,
Braylon.
and we got Naima, the best one.
That's
So-
a nice one. Wow.
It's finally springtime. Almost springtime. It's feeling like springtime. It's feeling like springtime. How are we feeling about that weather? It's giving
50 degrees.
50 degrees. I'm feeling like 70. It was 70 yesterday.
It was so hot yesterday.
It was.
I was at practice. I was done.
But
Imagine being a hot bus with a bunch of fat kids.
oh, you can't say that.
I mean, a bunch of well-fed.
Okay. But one thing I realized is that like when it's springtime, like I feel like everyone's depression just goes away. Like it's just like not saying like
people are happier in the spring.
I feel like if we lived on the sun, no, I didn't. I feel like it was more sunny.
Can't live on the sun.
I feel like
Tropical area.
yeah, not tropical, cause
Warm?
If we lived in a happy place.
a more sunny, happy place.
Maryland is very gloomy.
I know.
Like I look around and it's just gray. If we
Maryland.
lived in like
Yeah.
where?
You know what I was talking to my teacher about today? We was talking about how. We was talking about how what you call it we was talking about Hispanics, right, and Latinos and stuff, and she used to be like a history teacher, so she was telling us about how Latinos aren't really like. She was telling us about how Hispanics, right, like the scientific way is kind of like if you speak Spanish, that's like that was supposed to geography wise, if I'm not mistaken, that means Hispanic means you speak Spanish. Like it doesn't mean that, but it was like kind of like
Like you're from a Spanish-speaking country?
yeah, kind of like that, but you also speak Spanish. So, for example, Hispanic, that's another word for speaking Spanish. And since we're like English, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Anglophone. So we're Anglophone because we speak English.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yes. So
They were
like, I was in the chat. That's kind of
it's like if you're Hispanic, people automatically expect you to speak Spanish.
no, it's like if you speak Spanish, you're Hispanic. Not like you're actually okay. So
Latino and stuff?
no, so Latino. She was talking to me, but it's like a whole thing. It's very confusing. So technically, if you are from like I'm not good with geography, but if you're from like a country like that, like Spain,
Like in like South America or like Spain?
shit like that, and that you're Hispanic, yeah. But the word for Hispanic, it actually means speaking Spanish, just like how Anglophone means speaking English. So we're Anglophones because we speak English. They're Hispanic because they're from that country and also like speak Spanish. If you know what I mean. It's very confusing.
Are there like some Hispanic people that don't speak Spanish?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's like a lot of people that just like from our culture that just don't speak it. Like I had that Nigerian, nothing much, but I don't speak it.
That
happened to me too.
I don't speak it. What you mixed with? You look mixed.
I'm a pure Nigerian. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you look like one.
Oh, I look.
It's
Wow.
a beautiful compliment. Are you saying Nigerian?
Wait, the way you said it, like, you look like one.
look
No.
You guys, tone, okay?
Okay,
Your
tone. What do you mix with? Blackian?
I don't know. I actually
Black
I don't know what I'm mixed with at all. I know there's Irish somewhere in that blood.
Irish.
That's why you're
Somewhere.
white.
I'm not white. Why would you say that?
Oh, she said Irish?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But
Are
there's something
you-
else. I don't know what.
Like, are you like, what do you mix with? Like, what's your ethnicity? What's up? What's up with that?
I mean,
Or just black?
I don't know.
I want to go
But
to Ancestry.com.
Ancestry.com.
You got money for Ancestry.com?
Wait, how much
my
is
parents
it?
do.
Huh?
How much is it?
I'm pretty sure my cousin did it one time, like back then. It was like $60-something.
I'm so glad I know where I'm from.
I mean, I speak Spanish.
Why you say like that?
I
I'm
speak.
so glad I know.
I know where I'm from.
Are
you
you
happy?
shaming me for not knowing where?
You know? But like, hair.
Okay, but I know I'm black. That's all that matters.
Mm.
Why would
I know I'm black.
I know I'm black. I know I'm black.
Gulp. Anyway, guys.
What's in there?
Chat.
When I when I was a kid, I thought it was white.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you guys
I used to
so
look at the palm of my hand. I'm like, Dad, am I white?
Damn.
Where's all the color?
How long did you like believe that you was right?
Probably the way that I like look at the palm of my hand. You see, it's like the white side.
Mhm.
Yeah. But like how long? Like was it like 10 years old?
Probably like 1 year.
1 year?
Yeah.
I can't believe. Imagine like you thought you was white for 1 year. That would actually be cool.
I remember I thought my mom was white. Like, I remember my mom.
Mm-hmm.
She said that I went up to her and I asked, are you white? And she was like, no, I'm black. And I said,
It took me a while
I said,
for me
no,
to see
you're not,
color.
You're white. Because she's like light skinned with freckles. So I guess and she always used to have the bust down.
Oh, what's
So I
that?
guess I thought.
Oh, I would have thought my mom was white too. I didn't think my mom was white. I don't know
Your mom's
why.
light skinned?
No, she's like.
I thought she
You're-
And I thought I was like,
She's like
I thought
I'm not light
I thought my brother and my
That's light
mom were
No, it's
light
not.
skinned, and me. I thought I was light skinned.
Who's
I'm
light
just
skinned
like
Okay,
Caramel.
No, light skin is like you're dark skin. You're caramel. You're also caramel. I'm a caramel macchiato. Light skin is like
what?
You know, Ice Spice.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
light
I
skin.
thought I was like white.
No,
That's pretty light.
freckles again.
I'm not for Latugan. You're a Jet Latugan.
Oh my God, Chad. Do you think that albino people have a hint of yellow in them? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like every time I see like
Yeah.
albino people, they always have like a hint of yellow in them. Like
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
just
it's
the-
because even though they have no melanin, they still have a little.
Mhm.
Like,
It's
there's
still
not
there. It's just not.
Yeah, just not there for
It's
it.
like when you bleach your hair and then it turns blonde, and it's like kind of like
Like
really
the
light
slightest-
yellow.
So you're telling me they bleached their hair out of the just like
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Wait,
No,
wait. How do you bleach your hair?
oh
Yeah,
you
You
like
use
you just
the,
hair dye.
the hair dye.
Yeah,
The
just
hair,
hair
it's
dye.
called bleach hair dye.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Clorox bleach.
That'll probably work.
I know. I remember I saw a freaking one woman. She would like bathe herself and just bleach. Like she would like wash herself up and bleach. And
Really?
she was doing it for
Oh.
years. I don't know why.
I mean, there are like a lot of different people who do that. Like in India, like they have like a whole skincare product where like it's like soap
Ooh.
that bleaches your skin.
It was just bleach, like the bleach you clean
Like
your-
straight up bleach?
Yeah, she would like just put water in it. It was like a My Strange Addiction. She would put water in it.
That's what I was
She
thinking.
would pour it in. She was like, I can't. I love bleach. I smell bleach. I love bleach.
Just
so
use
much.
regular
Oh my
soap.
God.
You don't
Yeah,
need to
go
be
on
that
the
clean.
bathroom floor.
Chat. Can we talk about relationships for a minute? Can we talk about the economic state of the world right now?
Yeah, we can. We can.
How
No,
about
we can.
That's
If I can
simple.
understand it.
Let me say this
Guys.
to all them relationship little folks out there, okay? If you're with a guy, right, and you
Oh.
talk and you know how to talk and stuff, like you're good at communication, that man's not good at communication, don't go. I don't care if you think you can fix him because you can't. You can't. I'm not projecting.
Oh my
You
God.
just can't. You just can't. Because I feel like one thing I'm scared of is like telling all like a relationship business. Like if I'm in a relationship, just telling all my friends the business of the relationship.
I don't like when people do that. I feel like
Yeah.
if it's something like serious, I get if it was like something small. It's
Yeah.
like she's not answering. She didn't answer the phone the first time. But if it's something like really serious, and you're going around telling
Everybody,
everybody,
it's like
Especially with like screenshots and stuff, like screenshots of text messages and stuff.
yes.
Like
Keep that to
dude.
yourself.
And they don't bother to ask first.
exactly. That's my personal thing. I'm always scared.
like what if I didn't want it out? What
Exactly.
if I wanted
Like
to keep it between us?
even with my close friends, if I know my partner doesn't want that information, I'm not gonna put that information out. But if it's like an issue for me personally, I might tell my close friends. I'm not gonna tell the whole damn
Right, if
school.
it's just me,
Yeah.
then I'll probably tell my close friends.
Because mind you, there's a tier. There's associates. There's like a lot of things. There's associates. There's friends. There's best friends. There's close friends. There's twins. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I don't know. Question: would y'all let your partner be friends with your ex?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they can be friends for too long. They just
Well,
don't go too
yeah, because
far.
what if you date
I mean,
like friends?
Oh.
Exactly. Like, what if you're homie?
I mean, if
Oh.
my
Okay.
ex hurt me very, very bad, no.
Oh. Okay.
If
I
they
can
were,
understand
if they
that.
were friends,
Also,
if
raise
they
your
were
voice, raise your
friends,
voice.
Okay.
if they were friends before we started dating,
Mhm.
then I see how. But okay, let's say I start dating. My ex is coming over trying to get at the person, and then my ex is trying to get at the person I'm dating. And my ex is trying to get at the person I'm dating. No, because then I feel like the ex is trying to sabotage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
For me personally,
Just like to win.
I would
back.
be okay with them being friends, but one thing I'll be scared of is like them being like twins, like best friends. And the only reason for that is because like imagine like right, like you could be best friends with her, but I just don't want to know them after that. You want to know? Let me tell you why. Cause like imagine right, you're with your lover's ex, and mind you, your lover and their ex and his ex are best friends. Like they're close now, twins literally, and you're having a conversation with his ex, or you're just trying to get to know her, and she says something, and you go to him, you're like, I don't like what they said, and he's like, oh well, and he's like defending her. chat, I would crash out so bad.
Oh
That
my
whole
God.
place. That's the reason why I'm like, I don't care if you're friends. I don't care and stuff like that. If you're gonna be best friends, I don't want to know her personally, because I feel like if that was to happen to me personally, I'd be like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Like, what if like the
Because
person is like whispering in it? Like they could be saying
Exactly.
bad things about you, trying to sabotage just to get at them.
and that's like scary because then it's just like the constant fear. And mind
Yeah.
you, for some reason, lovers, they well, I'm sorry, whatever. But they be close with their best friends. Personally, since we're all girls, wait, y'all gay? I don't care. With the boyfriends and stuff like that, they be close as hell with their girl best friends, but closer with their guy best friends. So and stuff like that, and it's so. I'm like, okay, I understand, but they're getting in a relationship at this point, and it's like they'll listen to anything their best friends say because that's my homie, that's my blood. But then at the end of the day, your homie and your blood's also having the same issue. So like, what do you want about? Like, I'm sorry, personally, I'm sorry, I just couldn't, because it's like they be taking their best friend's side over your side any day, and that's scary to me. Oh, that's so fucking scary to me.
That is scary.
That's like to me personally. I refuse to meet his friends. I refuse because it's like I will, but I don't know. They say one thing to me, I'm scared. I'm shivering.
And when they like start rubbing off on each other, like when they like act exactly like each other. When they act exactly like each other, make the same mistakes as their friends did. That's not fun to deal with.
It isn't fun to deal with. I'm sorry, but like,
Oh.
go ahead. Oh, you listen.
You want to speak?
I'm sorry.
Since when I was supposed to speak?
Oh, you can speak anytime.
Exactly.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, as I was
I like being quiet.
As I was saying, I was just like, I don't know. I just don't like it personally. Oh, ugh. Okay. Have you ever like, how like, but I haven't personally dealt with this, but I keep hearing about it. It's like you'll have like a boyfriend or something like that, and then his friend wouldn't like you and stuff like that, or like his friend will be like a very kind of like a bad person or something like that, and then after that he'll be like, man, my friend don't like you. Like, what does that have to do with me? Or he'll be like, you gotta be. Or he'll be like, I saw a video of this girl. She did not like his friend, and his friend was trying to get closer, and she was like, why do I have to be friends with her? He's like, I want you to be friends with my homies because that's my blood. That's my blood. I'm like, it's clear you don't know boundaries. Like, you really don't know when if someone doesn't with somebody, they don't want to mess with them. Like,
Yeah, I feel like you don't have to be friends with your lover's friends. You all don't have to be connected. I see, like, if your lover's friends didn't like you and they were like trying to whisper in their ear, trying to get them away from you, but you don't have to be friends with them.
yeah.
They could just be there because you're only there for the lover, not for their friends. I mean,
I don't know, y'all. You know what ticks me off?
what?
We're still on the same subject though, but it's
Subject.
like, yeah, subject.
Subject.
It's micro things. Like it's big to you, but if you start talking about it to someone else, it's seen as such a little issue. They're like, okay, but why are you crashing out about it? It's like you don't understand. Like it's actually a bigger issue, but it's not. Like you can't. I don't like that. I don't like that.
No, like when you like talk to them about it, they're like, "Oh, you're being irrational" and stuff like that. Like for example, like matching profile pics with someone else. They can talk. Matching profile pics with somebody else.
Honestly, it's so real. Like I feel like with me, I feel like I'm a chill lover personally. They could match profile pics. Just tell me who it is. Like I don't really care. Like if you're like, oh, I want to match profile pic, I'm like, okay, I don't care. But one thing, I feel like everyone has like their boundaries in a relationship, and you know what I don't like when someone has a boundary and they're like, why are you being so jealous? It's not jealousy.
Oh
It's
my
a boundary.
God.
I'm like, she clearly doesn't want you to do that, so stop. Like I don't like people like that. They're like, I just feel like she's overreacting. Like it's not even that big of a deal. Like her boyfriend's my friend too. No, nigga, it's a boundary in a relationship. Can you respect it for like 1 minute?
Oh my god, it's like those
I
girls
hate
who are
people
like
who do that.
right. It's like those girls who are like they're basically best friends with the other one,
Yes.
and they're like, oh, he's my best friend too, blah blah blah. But instead of like
What is
the
that?
lover
name?
being like
What is that girl
distant, not
name?
like distant, but like setting boundaries. They're just not setting
Okay.
boundaries and they're letting it happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's so irritating. I'm like,
It's like one of those pick me girls.
Yes.
yes,
pick-
it's like a pick me girl.
And then it'll suck worse if like your lover's not good at like they don't see the issue. And remind you, if that's their friend, they're close. So if they don't see the issue, they're like, what are you being like that girl's rubbing off on him. So she's like, what are you being jealous for? Like you're overreacting. If my guys, The way I would crash out, bro. The way his whole following list will be a hit list. I'm sorry, but it would.
Oh.
Get it,
Those-
everybody.
It would
Those type of people make my blood oil.
Yes.
I mean boil. I said oil.
Chat, like no, like I've asked you guys, y'all would just crash out over a situation that didn't happen yet. Like I'd be so ready to just jump. Like it didn't even happen, but I'm ready to jump. Like
And they're gonna be like, oh, you're so soft. Man
so
up.
sensitive.
Why are you so sensitive?
I hate that.
I hate
that.
they make you mad, and it's the things that they make you so mad. They're like, oh, and then they're like,
Like he's my best friend too, so I can hang out with him more than you.
yes, and it's like they make you mad, and then once you get mad, everybody around you is like, why are you being so sensitive? Why are you being like that?
Like, excuse me?
Like, excuse me?
I'm not supposed to be
What are you
sensitive.
talking about?
I'm
can
not
be
even sensitive.
Can we talk about something? Can we talk about how some words are seen as such a bad thing when it's really not? Like selfishness.
Selfish.
Personally, in certain contexts, I feel like selfishness isn't even that bad of a thing. Because, for example, I recently had a situation with a friend. I distanced myself. They was doing too much. I wasn't liking it. Their other friend had came in and was like, "You're being very selfish," and I was like, "How is that being selfish?" And I was like, "You protecting your peace without considering their feelings is very selfish." How?
What?
No. Am I saying she's wrong? No, she's not. I was being selfish, but is that a bad thing though? Like, if we really put into context, going or doing something without considering another person's feelings, that is selfish. So why is it seen as such a bad thing now?
But did the person consider your feelings though when they were
Exactly.
doing those things?
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like you're saying it's selfish, but you're not seeing the whole image. And even if it is selfish, why is it seen as such a bad thing? Like, I know it's seen as like, I can understand someone being like, oh, I don't care what anybody thinks, even though you're harming somebody. I feel like selfish is one of those words where it's like there's a good definition and there's a bad definition, and people kind of just took the bad definition and ran with it. So now we're seeing it more as an insult, and I'm like, honestly, in protecting my peace from bad people, like for example, someone's in a toxic household, abusive. If they go out of that household without considering anyone's feelings, yes, they are considered selfish. But that's not a bad thing though. Like, I feel like I feel like there's a lot of words that have been drilled into our mind that's like, that's such a bad word. Like, this is a bad word, so you shouldn't do it. But it's like, for example, disappointment. I mean, it's not okay to disappoint people. But let's say like, oh, your mom wanted you to go to this college and you didn't want to go to that college, so you went to the other college and now you disappoint her. Is that really a bad thing? You're pursuing your career, you're getting money, you're healthy, your mental health's good. It's not that, I feel like it's not always bad to be selfish in disappointment. You're saving your peace, you're protecting yourself, and you're doing the right thing. I mean,
But they're being selfish for the right reasons.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can't just be like, oh, you're being selfish for the right reasons. You're being selfish for the wrong reasons. And like, you're just being selfish. And that's okay.
It's not a bad thing.
Exactly.
It's like when you hear the word like, oh, you're being selfish. It's obvious. It's like firstly taken as an insult.
Mhm.
Like if someone walked up to me and they're like, you're being selfish, I'm gonna take it as an insult because it's
yeah.
like,
Because there's no context.
right.
Yeah, and it's usually used as an insult, and that's what
Mhm.
sucks about it. Like, there's so many words used as an insult for no reason, and it's like, yeah, I am being selfish. What are you gonna do about it?
So what's the point of me being selfish?
Exactly, and it's just like you're here saying this person said this because of this, but at the end of the day, you yourself don't even know the situation. Like,
As long as you're not purposefully hurting
Yeah.
somebody else, who
Mhm.
cares?
yeah,
Who cares?
like.
It's not like you're harming anyone in the process.
Mhm. And half of the time, you're not the only person that you're not harming anybody. Half the time, you're protecting yourself.
Yeah.
And guess what? That's selfishness, and I just feel like it's okay. That's why I'd be like, when people are like, "No, you're selfish," I'm like, okay. They don't tell me that. I only got told that one time in my life, I think, but I didn't really care. I was like, okay, like, because I was being selfish, and I didn't really mind. Like, I just don't like how it's just seen as such a bad thing now. But chat, guys.
What really makes me mad is like my family members or like my mom, my aunt, they'll say, "Oh, you're selfish. You're just like your dad." I hate when they compare me.
That is
To other
oh
people.
My gosh.
No.
They're comparing me to him in a bad way. My dad, he isn't that bad.
Yeah.
He's done bad things,
Mhm.
but in general, he's not that bad. They're bad in general.
Exactly.
And then try to do nice things, and then it doesn't work out. But they'll say, like, there was this one time, I was washing me and my brother's clothes, right?
Mm.
And I washed mine before because my brother's and mine wouldn't fit in the same thing.
Mhm.
And so then I went to go wash his. My mom's yelling out the room. She was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Putting his clothes in the washer." She was like, "I thought I told you to put him in with yours." And I was like, "Yeah, they couldn't fit." She was like, "I don't want to hear that. You're selfish." And then she started comparing me to my dad. I was like, why do you keep doing that?
Yeah.
It's not funny. And then she started laughing. I was like, it's not funny.
It's not.
At all. Why do you compare me to someone I'm not like? And you know it's bad to compare me to someone that bad.
Yeah.
When
It's
I
like-
don't do things like that. I'm not similar.
It's like an
It's
insult.
at all.
Yeah, it's like you're making me look bad because you consider yourself being normal.
Yeah.
You are not normal.
You are not normal.
And I feel like that's a little bit of projection right there. Like it's like
That's
you're
projection.
projecting like what happened to you.
You don't even know
That
what
is
the
not
word
my
selfish is.
Right.
Like you, and you're not you're not like realizing that you're the one who is being like selfish.
And also another thing, I know I keep getting off topic, guys. But I know I keep getting off topic,
You can
guys.
just switch the topic.
We'll probably come back to this one. But one thing about me, I feel like personally, it's okay to tell your friends about like a situation you're having, but don't tell your friends about a situation you're having if you know they're the ones to talk. Like I feel like we got it. Like okay, you can have a close friend, but if you know this friend is like loud and about and's going to tell your business, okay, best way to put it, don't be surprised when you know what's going to happen. Like okay, because I constantly see people be like, I never, like, why would she do that? Like, why would she do that? And I'm not saying you didn't deserve that because you did not. But at the end of the day, you know they're that type of person. You know they're the type of person to spread all your business and spread people's business. And the fact that you kind of thought that, I'm not saying you weren't special. I'm not saying you are a bad person. But the fact that you kind of thought you were a little different, I mean, come on.
Just
come on.
because they're your friend don't mean they won't spread stuff.
Exactly. Because it's like, I feel so bad for people that are friends with fake people and stand beside them. Because it's like,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
you see them being friends with other people and treating them and then getting like switching up, and you're standing
Exactly.
here as the next victim, not doing anything about it. Like you're standing here being like, oh yeah, that's my bestie, she'll never. And at the end of the day, she'll beat you up. For what reason? For a stupid one too. And I just feel like people, not saying that, it's like I feel like use common sense. Like I'm not saying that you deserve it because you didn't use common sense. I'm not saying that.
It's
But
very
what I am
triggering.
saying is that I feel like it's better to enhance your common sense. Sorry, I'm switching topics like Slash, guys. Can we stop blaming people for things that already happened? Like stop giving them lectures on things. Like let's say this person got hurt. I'm sorry, but if this person got hurt like a long time ago, why the hell are you still giving them a lecture on? Oh, you should never do that. We know.
Right,
They get
in the
it.
past, stop bringing it up.
Exactly. Oh my god, that happened to me so many times. Like something had happened, right? And people kept being like, "You're very stupid for that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?" I'm like, I turn out, I'm like, I know. And they're like, "Why are you getting mad? Like it's not that big of a deal." It is. Like you're bringing, at this point, you're not lecturing. You're just bringing up past trauma that happened to somebody, and then you're getting mad that they got mad at you.
Right, if it's not a big deal, why do you keep bringing it up?
Exactly.
It's
And
not that. It's in the past. We can't change it. It can't be altered in any way. So let it go.
And obviously you learned from it, so like there's no point in bringing it back up. Like you're just doing it to hurt them.
I know, and it's like, and then you're just sitting there like, and then they're like, why don't you tell me anything? I wonder why. Like,
I
don't
wonder why.
Don't be here being like, why don't you tell me anything? And you act that way. Like, I'm sorry, but if it comes to a point where people don't tell you certain things, or just don't do anything, or just don't want to be around you,
Do
like,
some reflection.
exactly. I remember I watched a Swoozy video. He was like, you're telling me out of 20 people, out of everyone with different relationships, different POVs, different everything, not one person wanted to stay with you. Now you're just a problem. Because it's like, we live in a big, giant world. You meet millions of people every day, and they have different
None of them wanted you.
None of them? Not one.
We know the key problem.
Exactly. We know the key problem. And don't bring you back to relationships, bro. Don't be with someone that has insecurities. Whoa. Whoa, chat. Whoa. Let me reword that. I feel like it's okay to have insecurities. People have insecurities. Everyone does. It's okay. But
That's just who we are.
Exactly. But don't be with someone who projects that insecurities into the relationship.
Oh,
I would go ahead.
What do you mean by project?
I'm about to explain that. For example, you're in a relationship with this person. They have an insecurity. They're like, oh, I just don't like the way my hair looks. I don't like the way I am as a person, yada, yada, yada. But they won't project that into the relationship. That's just how they feel on the inside. A person that projects that into the relationship is the type of person that'll be like, I don't want you hanging out with them. Why would you hang out with them? I don't like when you hang out with guys. They're saying that because they don't like how they are themselves. That's projecting into the relationship, and that can tear a relationship apart. Even if it's a relationship with like couples, friendships, anything. Don't be with someone who who can control their insecurities and constantly projects it into the relationship, because that's very dangerous.
Like, that's where, like, the issue with, like, having insecurities and then setting up boundaries. That's where the
Yes.
problem comes in, why relationships are, like, kind of difficult, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, when you tell someone, like, yo, I'm not comfortable with this, then they can hit you with the, oh, you're just being insecure, you're being, like, this and that. But, like, no, not really. I'm just telling you, like, I'm not comfortable. Not because I'm insecure, just
Like what
What are my
makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, and it's like, I feel like that's a big thing to to talk about once you like any relationship. Like when we say relationship, I'm not talking about love, baby. I'm talking about friendships, parents, everything. Parents need to normalize setting boundaries with their kids. Oh my God, that is such a big thing.
Oh my god.
And it is seen as such disrespect to be like, oh, you're trying to disrespect me. No, I'm not. It's not.
I'm just telling you.
Exactly. Like you get it.
You're just being too harsh.
Yes, because I'm sorry, but I'm not saying your children are your friends, but what I am saying is treat your children how you would treat somebody else. You're not gonna beat somebody up because they didn't do the dishes. Now, would you?
Oh my god.
I hate
yes.
parents that do that.
Exactly. Go
It's
ahead.
like I had a family member, right? I'm not gonna name him.
I just have beef with parents a lot.
I'm not
all
gonna
those
name
videos
who,
I've been watching.
but-
Go ahead, sorry.
It was like, so what I was talking about was, there's a family member, I'm not gonna name who, but she said something that didn't really fit right with me. And we were arguing. And she said these exact words. She was like, you're a child. You don't have an opinion. I was like,
Oh.
no way.
Hey.
She thinks that being that I'm a child or I'm younger or I'm just not her, that I don't have an opinion. And I told her, I was like, I'm not a robot.
Yeah.
I'm a human. Of course, I'm gonna have something to say if it doesn't fit right with me. And she was like, "No, you're not supposed to have an opinion. You're supposed to grow up, get out." I was like, "All right, you know what? I'm gonna leave it here."
Does she have kids?
Is she-
Oh,
yeah.
Honestly, that's scary because it's like people like that. It's like once you are born into this world, you have a role. You legally have laws. You legally have freedom. So if you are here thinking, oh yeah, my child should not have any freedom, no boundaries, no opinion or anything like that,
You should not be a
Why
parent.
did you have a child?
exactly. And I'm sorry, but if you truly think that, you are raising a child that is not going to know how to stand up for themselves and will get into probably a toxic relationship in the future due to the fact because they don't know how to voice their opinion, and due to the fact because when they did, they were shut down.
Right, you shut them down so much that they feel like they can't voice it anymore with anyone.
Go ahead. I talked to my
I was
girl.
about to say, like the amount of people who seriously lack, what's it called, communication skills. I'm one of those people, because like their parents always shut them down whenever they try to do something. Like, oh, that's backtalk, whatever. Like, you're setting them up for failure.
Honestly, that's so real, and it's like I'm sorry, but I want to be one of those parents. I'm not saying also. Your child isn't going to talk to you about everything. Even if you set a good relationship, good boundary, at the end
Some
of the
things
day,
have to be private.
something's got to be private. And honestly, I feel like you should allow your child to have secrets sometimes. Not anything serious, not anything true or anything like that. But even if it's just like a secret, or like, oh, I got a secret job, or oh, I'm hiding some money just to move out, or okay, whatever.
It's like, yeah, with your best friend or your lover, you always have a secret. You're not going to tell them.
And I feel like that kind of builds a healthy relationship because it teaches them how to keep some things like not everything's
Right.
for everybody.
Right, not everything's for everybody here.
And one thing that kind of creeps me out, we was talking about this in class actually, is how parents want to know about their child's sexual life. No,
That
you
is
don't.
So,
Like, I know, like parents would be like, just like tell me when you're ready or tell me when you want to do it.
No.
I could understand, be like,
No.
tell me when you want to have the talk so I can educate you, or tell me when something happens so I can like get an abortion, give you a plan B, or tell me
so they
so I
step
can-
in and help.
Yeah, so I can get you not prepared, but
Like, help them not harm themselves.
Yeah.
Or do anything like
Yeah.
dangerous.
yeah. But your child's not gonna come up to you and be like, guess you just ran on me. Like you're not.
That's so
Your
weird. That's so
child-
strange.
And I hope you don't do that to your child. That's not something you should do.
that's
Because it might, I'm sorry, but I just see it like as, I feel like with parenting, even if it's like any single mom, single dad, single whatever, or together parents, when you are in a relationship and you conceive a child, your child kind of becomes part of that relationship, and when they become a part of that relationship, they become a part of that partnership, which means y'all all have to work together now. Which means how you communicate with your husband or your significant other, you should be communicating just like that to your child. Because if it's a partnership, there's some things, as I said, yeah, keep it low, keep it chill, you're my child, here's some rules, here's some boundaries, but at the same time, you're not gonna beat on your husband, or I hope not, or beat on your husband or beat on your wife because they did that. No, you're not. You're gonna communicate because you're scared of getting into a fight. So why are you so on beating on your child? Like, I just don't like that. I just personally don't like. I feel like it's a partnership and stuff like that. And I feel like if your child comes to you about something, and your child comes to you about something, you're like, I'm so sorry about that, and then you do it again. That's not okay.
That sucks.
That's
It's
not
like,
okay.
why would you say sorry if you were just going to do it again?
Yeah. Like, for example, with one family member, not saying who, in my family, I have a lover. They do not like my lover due to the fact of where he was born and like how he was raised and stuff like that. I have confronted them about it. I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Like, can you like chill on that or something? According to them, they admitted their wrongs, but they continue to do it. And it's like, I'm sorry, with relationships, I'm being so like serious with you guys. Your child is going to see their partner either way. I'm sorry if it's sneaking out, if it's doing that. They say love is blind, and it's true. Love will make you do some crazy. So your child's going to sneak out. Your child's going to invite them to things that you don't even know about. I say this: if you don't trust your child's partner or something like that, talk to your child about it. Don't sugarcoat it. Be like, I don't really trust them. And if your child still wants to stay with them, I personally, if I was a parent, I would want my child to be more in the house with them than be out on the streets, just sneaking out.
Right, because they could both get hurt.
Exactly. I'm sorry, but if I don't think my child is safe and something like that, why would I risk them sneaking out the house with a person I don't think is safe? I would rather want that person in my house where I can have control, not control, but kind of like where I can see what's going on. Yeah, supervise, or at least like give them privacy, but not too much to the point where I think they're going to get harmed. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's just me personally. And I feel like a lot of parents just need to think about that because they're not thinking smart like a lot of the time.
To be honest, if my child had like a kind of suspicious lover and I didn't really trust them, I would first go to my child and be like, they seem kind of suspicious. Do you feel this way too? Mm-hmm. And if they don't feel that way, I can't do anything about it. It's their lover, it's their life. It's not my life to, I get helping them to do things, but I'm not going to be like, no, you can't date him because I don't like him. That's not my problem. You date who you want to date, and then if they betray you,
you learn from it.
Yeah, you have to learn from it. I can't step in, because if I keep stepping in and they get caught in a situation I can't help in, they're not going to know what to do.
And I feel like people, like probably parents are going to look at this and be like, oh, they're young, they don't know what they're talking about. I want to say this right now. I'm pretty sure half of the 99% of the people in the school know that their relationships aren't going to last. Like, I'm tired. I don't know why, but parents constantly think that, oh, they're young, they don't know what they're talking about. Yes, we do. Because you wouldn't know why we're living in it. Do you know why the next generation and stuff like that is like that? Because they lived through what you guys put them through, and that's why they're raising their children as it is now. And I feel like it's like, I know with my lover probably, I hope not, we're probably not going to last long. All relationships are never going to last long. Some do, some don't. Some relationships last till marriage, some just don't. Some work out, some don't. You have to realize that your child's in high school. That maturity doesn't just click when you're, oh, now I'm 20, I'm 18, I have another. That maturity grows as you grow. So you have to realize that children in high school have maturity levels that you probably yourself can't reach. Like, we're sitting here telling a lot of parents out here not to beat your child because it's a communication thing, and you're sitting here beating your child for what? Like, you have to realize at some point we're not mature for our age, but we're growing our maturity, because that's what you do as a child. You grow your maturity.
Yeah, we're not just like no maturity. We're not just like animals. Some are, but not like most of us are pretty mature. And it's like, what was I about to say? It was so important.
Cook.
Oh yeah, it's like when grown-ups say, oh, she's in high school, it's not gonna last. What about those high school relationships that are still going on?
It's still going on.
80 years old,
One of my
met in high school. Like,
one of my favorite animators, she met her boyfriend. They were dating in middle school. They're married now.
Middle school, like
Married now. I can show you that. What's it called? Kelsey Animates, bro. Kelsey Animates. Look at her story. Middle school, they got together. They were drawing ponies together, and they were emo. And now they're
Right.
looking at them. They're married with
And
cats.
just cause they're young
Mhm.
doesn't mean they can't love. Just cause you couldn't keep love when you were young doesn't mean we can't. It doesn't make a difference how old you are.
Yeah.
No matter if you're really old, really young. Like some like couples meet when they were like little, like 5 years old, like they grew up together.
Exactly.
Just oh my gosh, I hate when they do that. They be like, "You're young, you don't know anything."
And you wanna
Yes,
know,
I do.
You want to know why? It's because I asked my mom about her relationships. I see why. Like, she would tell me about her relationships in the past when she was teenagers. I would be looking at her like, why would you do that?
Oh,
Like-
right.
Like, she's like, oh yeah, he was like a gang member. What? What? I was like, oh, I didn't know he had tattoos. I'm sorry, personally, I'm not dating anybody with tattoos. You're 15, bro. Like, no hate to people with tattoos, because y'all might be gang members. I don't care. I don't care. That's your life. I don't care. But it comes to a point where I'm looking at the pictures and I'm like, you looked at this and thought, okay. Like, I'm not saying stereotype people, but it comes to a point where you gotta trust your judgment and trust what you're looking at. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's your mistake. I'm sorry, teenagers back in the 90s, they were having fun, they were doing their thing, but at the same time, they were a little done with relationships, because it's like, my mom would be telling me about her relationships, and I'm like, yeah, why would you do that? And stuff like that. She's like, I just don't want you to make the same mistakes I made.
Oh, I won't.
I'm not.
I won't.
Don't worry, I'm not. I don't know what you was on.
Right,
but,
it's like, what's it called? I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but sometimes you
sometimes.
have to judge.
Use common sense.
Exactly.
Because you're gonna go into it and you're gonna realize, dang.
Exactly, because you're telling me that. I remember I saw this TikTok. This girl, hood rapper Nickel. He was tattooed. He was tattooed down. He had some name right there. He had the dreads. He had the saggy pants. He was fat. He had that lean gut and stuff like that. And she was like, I thought we was gonna be together forever.
But he gave me a diamond ring.
Girl, I was like, he gonna return that.
Sometimes you gotta use stereotypes. I don't care. The
Right.
stereotypes came from somewhere.
Exactly. And they're being like, oh, he gave me a diamond ring. Tell me why I went to the locker room. I found a diamond ring in there. Girl, you're not
Really?
special. I did actually.
Really?
Oh my god.
But it was kind of like in a witchcraft way, so I wasn't trying to put that on.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, girl, you can find a diamond. I don't think y'all understand how easy it is to find a diamond. If you don't have to find a stable ring, make sure that it's stable, you can't bend, and you're good. They'll think it's a diamond ring. Like, it's not that hard. It's really not. Like, I'm sorry, but y'all gotta snap back to reality, bro. Like,
We gotta get our heads in the program.
exactly. Hold on.
But
Oh,
we gotta go.
yeah, I gotta go.
What is it?
I gotta get my stuff for the room.
3:43. Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, like,
why'd you leave it in here?
I don't know. Okay.
Bye guys.
Bye, guys.
Check out Largo Excellence on YouTube. The name will be right here. And leave suggestions on what we should talk about. If you do end up seeing this, like and subscribe and follow the Instagram.